We are back in the Isuzu Ute, the MY21 Isuzu Ute. Oh, goodness. There's the radio. I'll just put that down. No music allowed. Okay, just a quick, not really update, but just another thing about the Isuzu. Been driving it now for a while, and for prospective buyers and people who have bought the new one, I'm sure you're going through it as well. This is just one thing to think about. You see those 3 orange warning lights there on the dash. Well, there's 4, but the 3 on the kind of centre left are the ones we're looking at. The ELK off, and the collision avoidance off, and the lane departure off. So that's all to do with the cruise control. And if you're going along and the cameras that are situated up here, you've got dual cameras up here, so they've got some depth perception. If they don't like what they're seeing, they'll stop, and these lights will come on, and you'll lose your cruise control. So you'll be back to manual. That's everything. That's lane departure, that's lane assist, and your adaptive cruise control will all go off. You'll be back into manual until it sorts itself out and those lights go off. Now I've obviously got the rest of the lights on here because I've just got the ignition going on. Unfortunately, well, fortunately for me, I do go to work. When I do drive, I drive to the east in the morning and back to the west in the afternoon. And if the sun is glaring, or if it's raining or misty, and there's a good chance I'll see these 3 lights, because the cameras will freak out, and I'll be back on auto. Well, yeah, I'll be back on manual mode. There'll be no cruise control. Anyway, let's just dark this up. Just love this dash. Obviously the engine's started now, and those go off because the camera's quite happy seeing what it's seeing, even though it's just seeing the end of my garage there. And yeah, so that's one thing to consider. And I've just had my windscreen replaced, so I'll tell you a bit about what happened there as well. Okay, just what I'm about to tell you just quickly with the changes you can make on the dash. It's all in this very comprehensive Isuzu D Max owners and drivers manual. So there up the top there, you can see I've got the degrees in Celsius. I'm obviously doing 0 k's an hour at the moment, and I've got my 730 odd k range that I'll go with. And this is my trip computer A. I've done 2,850 odd k's on this trip computer for a total of 12,850 odd k's total for the total k's covered in the car. And for this actual trip 1A, I'm getting 8.5 litres per 100 at an average of 58 kilometres an hour. So that's not too bad at all. Okay, so in my previous review I've had a couple of questions about if you can turn off the adaptive cruise control and the lane assist and everything like that, and the shaking steering wheel and all of that. Well, yes, you can. You can definitely do that, and that is just done by going through the menu here, and the big one here is the driver support settings. So I'll select that. So you've got your traffic sign recognition. I've got mine set to traffic sign display only. So there's a speed warning that you can do, there's a warning threshold, say 5 k's above, 10 k's above, 70 k's above, whatever you want. I've just got mine to traffic sign only. And if I'm going a little bit fast down the hill or something and there's an 80 k zone, I'm doing 85, it'll flash at me. That's all it'll do, but it's a good reminder. Okay, so yeah, you got those ones. And I'll just go back up again. automatic high beam, automatic emergency braking. Yes, you can turn that on and off. Lane support. Here's this lane support one. Lane departure prevention. Okay, I can assist in warning, and I can have warning only, or I can turn it off. But this is the menu I'd have to go through every time if I wanted that off, every time I start the car, because it will go back to assist and warning every time you start the car. So yes, you can turn it off. If you wish. Okay, so then we've got emergency lane keeping. Same thing, enable, disable. I'll enable that. It's just all going to go back to default anyway. And so then you've got your attention assist and things like that. It's just enable, disable. Everything you turn off will be enabled again once you turn the vehicle off and on. So there you go. And what else have we got? Oh yeah, so in the settings as well, if you don't want the temperature and the kilometers and the range up there, you can go to body electrical settings. I am pretty sure it is. Nope, it is not. At least you'll get a bit of a driver support settings. Here we go. Nope, just been there. Oh, you're getting a good view of what's going on with the menus anyway. So that's end that one. Is it meter settings? We'll see. I'll get there in a minute. Oh yeah, here we go. Right. So you can go customize. This is meter settings. Customize. Just you've got your animation screen. Standby animation. Enable, disable. And then your top screen. So top screen items. So at the moment on the left I've got the outside temperature, the centre I've got the speedometer, and the right I've got the range. Well, I can muck around with those if I like. So we can just select selected items. So there, you can set that one to the left or the right, or this one here, sorry, is on the left. And I've got my outside temperature there. That's what I want. So the top center I've got my speedometer, but if I wanted I could have another clock. I don't need two clocks because I've got my clock there on my display. Or you could have the odometer up there, but that's also down the bottom, so you don't really need that. So yeah, I have my my speedometer, which is a visual display of basically that there. So I'll select that one, and then the top right I've got range. Always good to know how far you're going to go. But once again, you could have the calendar up there, or the odometer, or whatever you want. Righto, so that's what I've done there. And end. And end. Righto, so there you go. So I am back to my trip right there. And as you can see there, I selected that lane assist off. And that's showing that it is actually turned off, but I'll still be able to get my my cruise control up if I wish, but I won't have that lane assist. Righto, so anyway, once again, that is all in this manual here. It's all in the manual. Okay, I had my 3000k service done, obviously just about 3000 k's, and before that I didn't have any key chimes when I opened the door and the car was off, but they must have fixed something up or made something worse, because you open the door up, collect your key. Righto, anyway, so I won't, and I haven't worked out how to turn that off yet, but anyway, there you go. Okay, so like I said, I had my windscreen replaced. I had a crack in it right about there. It went from there to there. One good thing about having the new Ute is they haven't got aftermarket windscreens for it yet, so you get a brand new factory Isuzu windscreen. But if you do need one, don't expect to have it done in your backyard, because I was lucky mine was done under insurance, so I went to Windscreen's O'Brien's here in Perth, which was really great. So they fit the windscreen, but then they have to send it to Isuzu Ute to fit that dual camera system up there, because they have to calibrate it and set it up. So just be aware of that. I'm not sure if that's like that with all the other modern vehicles now, but they don't just go and change the windscreen. They have to go and calibrate those two front cameras that are up there in the in that little console up there. Righto, so yeah, they had the vehicle from 9 o'clock in the morning, and we had to go and waste some time in town until it was delivered back at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Bit of an all-day event. Righto, so that's something to be aware of. Righto guys, I've got to tell you, I'm still loving the Ute. Yep, I'm trying to keep it a bit clean, but I am using it. So there you go. I'll try and answer any other questions if you don't have one or don't have access to the manual. Yeah, so enjoy the Ute. Loving this one, so cheers, bye.